Good morning, friends. It is Monday, June the 9th. It is about 9:30 and I'm just getting to where I'm turning on the camera, getting myself situated here, and I let you know what I've been up to the past week. And so if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see a lot of it because I created a retro grilling digital pattern and I'm selling it like that in my shop. And then I'm also gonna discuss what I turned that pattern into. What you want to say, apparel? I also worked on a Corgi bookmark, and it's magnetic and it is double-sided. So I'm going to show you that. And then I also worked on a Jesus Movement sticker sheet. And all these are part of my Hot Fun in the Summertime products. And I've got them as I create them and print them out or whatever. Whenever I have a hard copy of them, that's when I create a product for my shop to sell. So everything I mention, I will let you know as I go through them what is in the shop and what is coming. And I'm excited because as we all know, summer will be here, in less than 3 weeks. So the official day of summer, even though here in my community, like I said in my last vlog, it has started in my community because what? The pool is open. Yay! Everybody loves it when the pool is open, and it has been busy every day. I say that I'm doing all my Hot Fun in the Summertime products and posting them in my shop as I have them ready. And I'm going to be probably adding a little more. I'm not sure what else, but I do have my digital pattern, which is barbecue food. Let me go ahead show you what I did. So I showed it. I'm going to show it to you in the vlog, but I'm also going to show it to you here. But if you can see my screen, let me go ahead and zoom in. That's the teal background wallpaper on my iMac, and it looks so beautiful. I absolutely love it. It's just everything summer, about summer barbecues. You know, it's got a pitchfork poking into a hot dog and grilled asparagus and tomatoes and chicken drumsticks and onions, and got the ketchup and the mustard out and some olives sprinkled here and there, and of course got to have watermelon and then cherries, and then got a skewer of shrimp and onions and steak and on it. And so it's just everything barbecue, and it's retro, of course. And I was so happy when I learned how to do a pattern image, and I took the course by Supply Fox Company, and she showed us how to do the pattern on Procreate. So that's how I came up with my retro grilling illustration. Just love it. And so I wanted to do that because I've always wanted to sell apparel. I don't even know if you want to call this apparel, but I don't know what else to call it. Kitchen gadgets, kitchen stuff. Anyway, when you download this digital illustration, the possibilities are endless. One of them is making wallpaper for your computer. And then I'll also show it to you on my phone. Now, I think out of the 4 colors that I offer, which is teal, pink, lilac, and yellow, as much as I love teal because that's part of my branding color, I love the yellow. And that's what I have here on my phone. There's just something about this yellow that just pops out summer. I love the way it came out. The colors go so well with that yellow because I made that yellow just right. And so that's another thing you can do with the digital item when you download it. But let me show you, and if you watch my Instagram, you will have seen this already. I couldn't wait. I was thinking, okay, Bev, you need to wait till you pull it out and reveal it on your vlog. But I just couldn't. I couldn't help it. But friends, I made my digital illustration, and I just can't believe this. I've never done this before. I've never had a digital illustration turn into look, a tea towel, a kitchen towel. Oh my goodness. It's made really well. I am so, how do the English say, shaft about it? Look at it. It is big. It is really big. So I do offer it in this yellow, in the pink, in the lilac, and in the teal. So, but I only ordered this one. But look at how beautiful my illustrations came out. I mean, I'm just so thrilled with it. I can't believe that this is my creation. I drew all these illustrations, and at that time I didn't know I was going to turn them into a tea towel. But look at that. And I did it through Printify. Now, I used Printify last fall for a mug, a giant mug, and I still have it in my Printify and in my shop. So if you're interested in it, it's still there. It's goodness, it's the largest mug you can have, just about. It's bigger than a standard cup, and I'll let you know how many ounces it is. At the top of my head, I can't think of it. But anyway, I've been using Printify since last fall, but I only used it for one item. I also want to make my own fabric, to make my own fabric. And I looked into that, and Printify doesn't offer that, but Printify offers many other things that you can turn your illustrations into. Tea towel was the way to go, and I absolutely love it. They're in my shop right now, all 4 colors. Get them while it's hot. No pun intended. That was good, Bev. So, okay, and then I've got another surprise coming, and it's arriving today. At least that's what it says. It's in town. It's at the post office, and it should be delivered today. But I can't tell you what it is, but it does have something to do with my retro grilling illustration. I'll just go as far as saying that it matches. That's all I'm gonna say. It matches. I'm so excited. I can't wait. And then I'm also created, and if you saw my Instagram, you saw it, but look at that. What do you see? If you have a Corgi, you know. But, well, if you have a dog, a lot of dogs, if you see just their ears when they're hiding behind the ottoman or behind a piece of furniture or something, those ears are just adorable. But I made a double-sided bookmark. And, of course, it's a tricolor Corgi, because why? Because that's what Dexter is. Sun's out, bum's out. Oh, and he's also sparkly. That's what I have, and it's out. I'll leave links to all these products down below in my description box so that you can go get yourself one. Please do. And then my next project that I worked on after the bookmark is my Jesus Movement stickers. So these, I tell you, I am so excited about these, and I haven't been excited about stickers for a long time like I am these. I just love the way these came out. While I was making them, creating them, designing them. Now, I did not draw them. I will say this again, and I've said it before. I will say it again. I did not draw these. I designed them in Canva. All I did was just use a certain font and use the colors and everything. But some of them already had the font where it is on the design, and I just changed the wording. So, again, I did not draw these illustrations. I pulled them off Canva. But I did add the words, the quotes. While the East Coast was getting high on, on certain substances, the West Coast was starting to get high on Jesus. And this was back in the late 60s and the early 70s. I wanted to be dressed up like a little teeny bopper hippie. I loved that look. I loved the long hair. I used to believe it or not, back then I had long hair, and I would get these two parts, and I would braid it. You know, a little long thin braid that went from the top all the way down to the bottom. That was the grooviest thing to do with your hair if you had long hair. And then of course you had to wear the headband, and also back then they wore like chokers. They called them chokers. Just these necklaces that fit snugly around your neck, and sometimes they had like they were embellished with a jewelry or something hanging. I can't remember, but also had necklaces that hung from a leather string, and most of the necklaces had the peace sign. So I loved that peasant blouse look. I loved the long hair and the bands. But anyway, these stickers take you back to those days when the hippie movement started. There's a movie out, and that's inspired me as well. It's called the Jesus Revolution, or Jesus Revolution, and it's a story about how Greg Laurel was a teenager living in a little bus trailer with his mom, who was addicted to was it alcohol, and just very poor. They were very poor and struggled a lot, and he it was just him and his mom, and he met a girl, and they partied a lot. They were part of that hippie scene, and they did everything that hippies do, and somehow, and this was of course divine intervention, but they got caught up in Calvary Chapel, and that's the church that kind of started that whole movement, the Jesus Revolution. And so it grew so much that they were doing baptisms in the ocean by the beach. So Greg Laurie turned his life over to the Lord, and along with his girlfriend, and the rest is history, because that movement swept the nation back then. It was big. It was a big revival for the nation, which was really cool. And I think we're seeing that now, because a lot of the colleges here in the States, you're seeing a lot of praise and worship, which is so neat to see and hear and witness, and pray that this generation will be another generation that will turn to Jesus and lift him up and praise him, and spread the gospel about how Jesus loves you and how he came to earth to save you, and you can have eternal life with him forever, but also have abundant life while you're still here on earth. And so that's the gospel. That's the gospel, plain and simple. So I made these stickers, and also I put them out at summertime, because every time you see a hippie, it's a lot of it is like they look like it's summertime. And so, they're either at the beach, or the hippies that you see for Woodstock, that big concert that was held up in Woodstock, New York. And it looks like it was during, I think in April. It was in April. So it's the start of summer. And I think these stickers will be perfect for summertime stickers. So that's why I brought them out during summer. Whew, that was a long one. So the next project I'm going to be working on is a pattern, another pattern. Gelato doesn't offer it, but Printify does. I want to design a bucket hat, and that's very summery. That's something you saw a lot back in the 60s, were the guys wearing bucket hats. And if you don't know what a bucket hat is, it's I'll show you a picture up here. And I thought, oh, it would be so cute if I could design one. That would be so cute. I would love to design one, but what would I put on it? That's the thing I'm thinking of right now. What do I need to put on it? It needs to be summery. I'm not sure if it's going to be my retro grilling design, or if it's going to be maybe Corgi, sun's out, bums out. That would be a cute bucket hat. What else? Something else. Maybe I could make several designs to offer. So that's something I'm going to be working on today and the rest of this week. But also, as soon as that item that's arriving today, I will reveal it with you. I need to post that in my shop as well, so that keeps me busy. And other than that, friends, I hope you enjoyed this vlog. That was some intro, wasn't it? Yes. So thanks for coming. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. My channel is getting sprinkles forward. It's moving forward little by little, and I do really truly appreciate it. And if you new followers, write down below how you found me, because I'm just curious and just like, how did you find me? Let's go ahead and get started on this wonderful vlog. And thanks again for everything. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. I need that thumbs up, friends, to continue to grow. And please leave me a comment. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That helps my channel grow as well. So we will see you in the next one. Good morning, friends. It is Monday, June the 2nd. Woohoo! So, see this? I am removing paint off of this acrylic sign, but it just dawned on me to use nail polish remover because I was going to give up. So, okay, the story is the apartment complex has these acrylic signs outside each building. It's a directional sign. So, you know, there's a lot of delivery people coming to our buildings. It just so happens that our sign had a mistake on it, and so the arrows were pointing the wrong way. So I'm going to fix. This one is correct. This one was wrong, and these two are wrong. When I saw the sign, I'm like, those arrows are pointing the wrong way. And I mentioned it to the maintenance guy one time when we were, because he asked me and he was passing by. He goes, how do you like your new signs? I said, I love them. They're great. Because they weren't here when I first moved in here. And so I said, the only thing is that the arrows are pointing the wrong way. And he's like, oh no, and blah, blah, blah. So I said, you know what? I can fix that with my vinyl cutter machine thingy. And, you know, because he probably didn't know what that was. So he said, oh, okay, well, let me ask management and get back with you. He came back with the sign a couple days ago, last week. And I'm like, okay, I'll get on it and let you know when it's ready. When I sat down to work on it, because the reason why I had offered to do it was because I thought that the lettering was looked like vinyl, you know, this stuff that you use on your Cricut or your Silhouette machine. This is semi-permanent. So I told them, I said, you know, if it's vinyl, I can just easily peel it off and put in a new arrow. And so he was like, okay, yeah, okay. And I was like, oh, I was excited to do it. So when I brought it into the house and started to work on it, it's not vinyl, it's painted on. So I'm like, oh no. So I gently tried to scrape the point of one of them and it didn't work. Because even if I ruined it, they still can't reuse this. And I don't know how they would reuse this unless they sent it back to the manufacturer to fix the arrows. So I scraped off a little bit, or I tried to, and it wouldn't come off. And I'm like, wow, that paint is on there really, really well. I couldn't scrape it off. And I thought, well, if I try to scrape it off with like my metal spatula from my Silhouette, this. If I tried to scrape it off with this, it would scrape and scratch the acrylic. So I thought, well, what else will take it off? I don't want to ruin it and scrape and see scratches on acrylic. And I know the scrapes would show if I were to scrape off these arrows. So then I came to the decision that I put it on the table and by the front door and just thought, well, I'm just going to give it back to them and tell them I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't know why, I don't know where this came from, but this morning, as I'm getting ready to head out the door to run some errands, the thought popped into my head that try nail polish remover. So I went and grabbed my nail polish remover with some some cotton swabs, and it took a little time to scrape it off. The rest of it was easy peasy. So that's what I'm doing right now, friends, is I'm scraping this off, and I'm going to work on this, and I'm going to bring you along with me. See if we can successfully do this. So the hard part, I think, is not scraping this off, is designing the arrow to match the other arrows, because I need to remove these two, so I need to make 3 arrows exactly the same. So but I'm going to do that when I get back, because I've got some errands to run. If you're wondering what that yellow tape is, it's just to cover my building number and address. Once I saturated this cotton swab with nail polish remover, I went ahead and put it over one of the arrows and just pushed down a little bit on it. And then once I thought it was good enough, I just went ahead and start moving it around, and slowly but surely it started to come off. Once I removed all the paint, I got a ruler and started measuring one of the arrows that were on there, and I was a little apprehensive because I knew this was going to be the hard step. Once I felt comfortable with the numbers that I got, I went ahead and started printing out some rough drafts and fiddled with it until I got it as close as possible as I could. When I felt comfortable with what I eventually got, I went ahead and printed it out in red. And so here you can see the red in the background, and I was able to see how much they would match up and how much they didn't, and I would do some more finagling until I got it as close as I could. Time to put it through the cutting machine. She's cutting. Can you tell? These two tools, the spatula and I'm not sure what it's called, I believe tweezers, came in very handy for this next step, as well as the ruler. And there we have it, friends. We are done with this big project, and I'm so glad the way it's turned out. Hey! Time to clean it up, remove all the smudges and streaks, and then go hang it up. Good morning. It's another new day. It is Tuesday, June the 3rd. So it is what? Almost 8 o'clock. What I've been working on since, like I said, yesterday evening, once I settled in after dinner, I'm going to put the time lapse on so that you can see what I've been working on. There we go. So as always, I started with this pencil sketch on my sketchbook, and then I took a picture of it and transferred it to Procreate, and now I'm in red drawing the sketch. I like to start off with red so that it's more noticeable when I turn down the opacity, and then I start using the black ink. So that's what this is you're seeing right now. Oh, no, you're seeing color now. So I like to change the background to make it a different color than what I'm using so that I can see where I need to paint in. and places that I've missed. It's easier to catch them when you have a different color background. And I'm getting closer to the end here, and he's coming out really, really good. I'm really excited about this. And as you can tell, he's a tricolor Corgi, just like mine, just like my Dexter boy. And just love the way Corgis smile. They have the most beautiful face when they, I call it a smile. I don't know if they're really smiling, but tongue hanging out and everything. I had the floaty orange, which orange stripes, but then I changed it to pink stripes. I think that looks better. So I'm almost ready to do the other side. I'll show you how I flip it and make it a second illustration. They match exactly, they're mirrored. And like I said, I believe I'm gonna make it into a magnet. I first need to draw, of course, the first side or the front side, and then the back side. In the front, it's going to say again, sun's out. Or maybe I should have a sunshine in the background. So it's going to say sun's out, and on the other side, it's going to show his bum, because Corgis have the cutest bum, and it's going to say bums out. Let me enlarge it so you can see it good. I'm done with the front side. There he is. I made a sun. So okay, what I'm going to do now is create the back side by, hold on. Okay, I'll get out of there. And then I'll go to select, and I'll select that illustration and make a duplicate. Okay. And then I go into the duplicate. I'm going to change the color background so that I can pay attention more to what I'm doing. Okay, yep, that's good. I am going to make some codfish with rice and broccoli. Here's the codfish. I just seasoned it with onion powder, garlic powder, paprika, and some salt. Now I'm getting ready to put it into the pan. I have just a little bit of oil and a little bit of butter. I made this yesterday, friends, and I loved it so much. So I pulled out the last 3 pieces that were in the bag from the freezer, and I'm gonna have it again. I'm going to season the other side the same with paprika, onion powder, garlic powder, salt. Here's the salt, paprika. I tell you, this was delicious flavor. It paired so well with the rice and the broccoli. I'm getting tired of that Louisiana spice. I don't know, I just don't like it as much as I did before. So I thought, well, what else can I spice fish up with? Well, this is my go-to until I get sick of it. I changed the illustration. Not a lot, not by a lot. Because looking at them, I really don't like the way the Corgi's tan color came out yellow. So I went ahead and changed it in Procreate. And then at the same time, I also removed the wording down here. And I'm going to put it on the floaty. I'm also going to add some little water spouts to go out. I might make the pink a little lighter. Going back to the drawing board, making some changes and tweaking it some more until I get it to the point where I'm smiling, my heart is smiling, I'm happy with it, and I'm excited. I mean, this whole illustration in itself is getting me excited just because, you know, it's a cute Corgi summertime and it's a cute quote. When I'm done tweaking the Corgis again, I'm gonna transfer them to my computer and I will see you then a half hour later. But I have transferred it to the computer, put them in Affinity Photo to shrink them down. I haven't shrunk them down yet, but let me show them to you. This is the front. Look at the water spouts. They just add to the whole vibe. And I really like the way I drew the words. I just did them by hand and on monoline, so it's no certain font, just my own handwriting. Let me show you the back. Cleaned it up. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to resize them. So a lot less waste. I made the bookmark smaller and I was able to fit 3 instead of 2 on the page. Okay, let's take out the middle. It pops out. That's a good sign. Good, good, good. Wow, It looks really good. I don't need to score it. Okay. Here we go. And it's sparkly. How adorable is that? I don't know if I'm showing the sparkles. Yay. So I'm gonna print out a couple more and put them on my website. The link will be down below, friends. Woohoo! Good morning, friends. It is Thursday, June the 5th. That was a fun project. I really enjoyed it. I started on a new project. So last evening, I started sketching something like, okay, what's my next project? I knew I wanted to do some faith-based ones again, some more, because as you know, or if you don't know, my shop does contain a lot of my faith stickers, die-cut stickers and stuff like that, because I love to share my faith and my art. I don't know, just it's like angels surrounded me with chorus and a big light and said, why don't you draw some Jesus Revolution stickers? I designed these stickers in Canva. I didn't draw them, but I designed them. I used the designs that Canva offers, and I didn't use AI. I didn't go into an AI and say, you know, give me a sample of flower power, whatever. And I didn't do that. I just went in and saw what Canva offered and used those. And then I tweaked them, and then I added the words. But I will use Be Jesus Movement or Jesus Freak. I don't know. We'll see. Before I designed all these yesterday evening, I started out with my like early 60s, late 50s type of style, and I was doing everything with my pencil and my sketchbook. And so I started out doing that, atomic letters, mid-century type letters, but then I slowly gravitated to the 70s, and at first I was fighting it. I'm like, no, I don't want to do 70s. 70s is not my favorite decade, even though that's when I was a preteen teenager. But I mainly love to draw 40s, 50s, and early 60s. I guess that's when it dawned on me. That's when the angels arrived. And I'm kidding when I say angels and the light, but that's when it dawned on me. Jesus Freak, Jesus Movement stickers, stickers. So, okay. So then that's when I started to draw more of that. So here's my sketchbook. Starting out with mid-century atomic type of stuff. A camera, pointy cat glasses, a beach chair, palm tree, mid-century letters, more like atomic age. And then I slowly started transforming to the hippies. So just playing around, sketching. And here are the fonts that Canva has to use with all these 70s illustrations. And then from there, that's when I went into Canva and started designing. Good boy. Good job, Baba. Let's call the Olympics. Let's call the Olympics. I got an athletic Corgi here. Ready? Let me kick it. Woo! This is a good workout for me too. Right, Bub? Say, come on, Grandma. You gotta get in shape. Oh, look, a squirrel. Good morning, friends. Friday, June 6th. Wow, already here. And it's about 10 o'clock. Just got back from the dog park. It's early because it is so warm. So I am done designing my Jesus Movement stickers. I started this morning dropping them into my Silhouette software, and I've done 4 so far. It's been a challenge to figure out how I was going to do it because, like I said, I didn't want them all square. Let me show it to you here. This is how far I've gotten. I have to erase around them to get the shape that I want. So right now I'm working on this one. It's almost done, but I do need to even out the edges because right now they're a little bit on the crooked side. So we'll do that right now. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but it's similar to working with Affinity Designer or Adobe Illustrator. You got nodes to work with. Nodes are these little nodes that allow you to manipulate the design into the shape that you want it. There we go. Okay, friends. So yeah, this is what I'm going to be doing the next couple of hours. Hey friends, couple hours later. Really didn't take me as long as I thought. It is 12:21, almost 12:30 in the afternoon, and I have reshaped my stickers now, and I've placed them on the sticker sheet the way I want them. What you see here on this side are just accessories that I'm going to use as fillers. That's what I'm working on right now. I'm going to fill in the sticker sheet with these accessories, and I can show you how I do it here. Hot off the printer. So colorful. Oh my goodness. They look great. This printer is amazing. How cute are they? Now, that's one machine down. Let's hope the next machine works. So I'm going to take them to my Silhouette Cameo. Oh, they look so nice. How nice will these look on your journal, on your book covers, on your, oh my goodness, just everything, anywhere. Anywhere. I'm excited. Oh my gosh. Please work. Yes, 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 yes. Oh. Adorable. Then they're kiss cut. Kiss cut. Adorable. And here they are. How adorable are they, friends? It's here. So let's open it together. Forget about that. So here it is. Here they are. I had, oh goodness, aprons made out of my design. Oh my goodness. Look at how adorable. I'm going to just go ahead and open them up, each of them. This is the lilac one. This is the pink one. Oh my goodness. Look at that strong ribbon. Here's the teal one. Oh, they're all just so gorgeous, and all these retro colors. The print came out amazing. And here's my favorite colored one, the yellow one. Oh, I mean, how much cuter could they get? How adorable are these aprons, friends? What do you think? Oh my goodness, I'm gonna put one on. I'm gonna try one on. And it'll probably be the yellow one, of course. But oh, I got them in all 4 colors because guess what? The first people who order an apron will get the second one free. They will have to tell me what color they want of the 3 that are left because I'm going to keep the yellow one. So the only ones available for free will be the teal, the pink, or the lilac. So the yellow one I'm going to keep for myself. Perfect for summer grilling, friends. Isn't it adorable? Look at it. The ribbon that goes around your neck and the ribbon that you tie behind you are made of the same material. And show it to you, friends. And here we go. Here's my new apron. I'm going to need somebody to model them. No pockets though, but that's okay. How gorgeous is this? They're not the same color because they're done by different companies, but still, they still go very well together. I absolutely love my tea towel in my retro grilling illustrations, and I love my apron. How cute is that? Oh goodness, friends. Okay, are you going to be the ones to get a free one? Like I said, I only have the teal, the pink, and the lilac. So pretty. These 3 will be free to the first people who order and ask for them. Adorable. Excellent. Trying to do like those ladies on TikTok, you know, they put their foot up. And I've got my Mary Jane Crocs on too.